is up with you? What the hell do you want? You're freaking crazy. Wouldn't it be wonderful if people could just understand empathically what we're feeling? If they could just understand through that look, through that angry growl, what we want to say? The problem is we don't know what other people are thinking. So we have to learn how to speak the language, meaning we have to go inside and understand what is happening. In the previous scene, she was hungry and needed to eat and was really wanting to eat pasta, and she wasn't getting it. So how is she going to be able to explain this to Mr. Hat what she wants? Let's try that again. Hi, I notice that I'm feeling really hungry and I need to eat. I feel really excited about eating pasta. What do you think? Would you be willing to cook that with me? Oh, you're feeling hungry. Yeah, so am I. Sure, let's make some pasta together. The pounding noise outside is just part of the need to focus. So please don't concentrate on the pounding noise outside, but focus here. So did you notice how that went a lot better? When No Hat was able to explain from her heart with her feelings what she wanted, Hat was able to understand and respond. When we want to be understood, we need to also be able to be in a space of understanding with others. What is it we want? That is the first question. What is it I need? What kind of reaction do I want from the other person? Is it I want to feel understanding? I want to feel seen? Well, if that's what we want, that's how we need to ask. You're late. I'm sick and tired of waiting. You're always late. I can't ever depend on you. You're always complaining. Everything I do is never enough for you. So No Hat is doing something we often do. It's called pointing the finger. We're pointing the finger at someone else's actions to take responsibility for how we're feeling. That's a problem because other people's actions can trigger things within inside of us. But if those triggers don't exist, or if they're okay, then technically we shouldn't be triggered. So let's go over this again. No Hat is upset because Hat is late. So is it really that he's late that's the problem, or is it that No Hat is actually going through some emotional things inside that she needs to be able to identify? Let's see if she can identify them now, that she knows that it's not his responsibility, but it's her responsibility. Okay, self-check-in. I notice it's 9:30 and we agreed on 9 o'clock. I'm feeling disappointed. I felt really excited. I'm feeling sad because it makes me not feel important. I notice there's tension here in my heart and contraction in my stomach. I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling the desire to feel loved. Good. So that's actually quite difficult to be able to get down to if we don't practice regularly how to recognize our emotions. So one of the ways to do that is by checking in with our body. How does our body feel? Well, No Hat, she said that she was feeling tightness in her heart and contraction in her stomach. That's a good sign. And then she's able to interpret from those physical sensations what emotion might be there. And then she's also able to check in with what it is she's actually needing. And once she can identify that, she can be able to more clearly say to Hat what she needs. Let's try that one more time. It's 9:30 and I was expecting you at 9 o'clock. I just wanted to share with you that I felt really excited about you coming, And when you were late, I felt disappointed, and a part of me that needed to feel loved and important felt hurt. And for me, when you show up on time, something inside of myself feels loved and important. And I just wanted to share that with you. I'm curious, how are you and how do you feel about what I just said? I'm curious is a really great tool. I'm curious, help me understand why is a really, really great tool. Write that down and remember that, because we're going to be able to eventually express our emotions and express our feelings. But for the other person to not feel criticized or to not feel seen, we need to also be able to see them. So we want to be seen, well, so do they. So our job is to relate what we feel, but then also try and understand where they're coming from. Well, there was all this traffic and I wanted to get home. I was feeling really stressed. I got late from work. I got in a discussion with my colleague, and I know that you're waiting there and I wanted to be on time, but at the same time I was rushing so fast that I was like, okay, I need to take a break because I'm not respecting myself, and that's why I'm late. I'm sorry. Well, that discussion sounds a little bit more communicative, and both hat and no hat can connect and validate each other, and in this way they can move forward. Another great tool when we don't know how the person will react or we don't really understand where they're coming from is preparing our truth. So we try and feel into them and try and learn how to talk their language to be able to present our truth. Let's take this example. Excuse me, ma'am, I've been waiting in line for 3 hours and I've got my groceries to carry, I've got my kids to take care of at home, and there's like 10 people in line, and I just really need for you to take my order, please. Well, no hat, technically she's right. She's been waiting 3 hours, she has her kids, and there's a lot of problems, and she needs to get her order taken. But the problem is, hat might not be able to understand or to see no hat because no hat's not recognizing hat's situation and she's not talking her language. Let's try what hat might say in response to that. Lady, I'm working like crazy, okay? You gotta wait in the line like everybody else. That's just how it is. No hat wanted to be seen. Hat wanted to be seen, and neither one could be seen because they were so obsessed with their own situation without trying to see each other. So let's ask let's ask no hat to rephrase. Excuse me, ma'am. I see that you've got a lot of people in line and you must be feeling super busy. I've been waiting quite a long time and I've got my kids at home that I really need to take care of and a lot of groceries. Is there any way that we would be able to go any faster, or perhaps I could go ahead? I know that's an odd question to ask, and I understand that you've got a lot of work to do, and I really appreciate it. Well, that may be one formula. At least no hat is recognizing hat's situation to her best of her ability. Yeah, I've been working all day since 7 this morning. It's crazy. With this whole COVID time, the only thing that's open is grocery stores, and people are just going crazy, jamming into the grocery stores. Yeah, look, there's 2 more people, and then you can go ahead. Yeah, I've got kids too, I understand. Well, that went over better, and what's even best is that they both connected on something that was similar. We think that we're so different from everyone else, but we're really not. Everyone is looking for safety, security, support, connection, validation. Well, she was wanting to feel supported. She was wanting to feel recognized. She was wanting to feel recognized too. She, he, they, etc. I don't know. I haven't defined their genders yet. So One other thing, how about daring to do something that we're a little bit weary about doing, and we're not really sure how it's going to come out, and we just want to take that risk, and we're like, okay, I need to be seen, I'm going to do it, but we're really afraid of feeling rejection, and we do kind of set ourselves up for that. So another way to prep that could be, let's try singing in public. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te. Dude, you suck, man. Get off the stage. Learn how to sing. You sound like a howling dog. Okay, so that didn't go over very well. Imagine going into any situation where you're not quite sure what you're doing, and you might not be an expert at doing it, but it's important for you to try. And because to succeed at anything, you have to fail. So that means that you're going to have to set yourself up for eventually failing and then eventually succeeding. But you can help smooth out this potential failure by preparing the people that you're going to share this experience with. Let's try something else. Hi, I'm really excited to be here. This is one of my first times ever singing in public. My heart is jumping out of my chest, and this feels really important for me. I'm not an expert singer, but I'm going to do my best. I thank you for being here with me, and I really am hoping for your support. Okay, here goes. O sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te. I did it. God, I actually did it. Thank you for being there with me. Yeah, you go, girl. Way to rock. Go for it. Keep trying. You did your best. You're awesome. Yes, vulnerability is key to connection. We all are wounded beings. We are all vulnerable underneath. And the best way for us to connect with someone else is by allowing ourselves to show that vulnerability. So when Nohat told the audience how scared she was, how important this was, and she spoke from her heart, the audience was much more willing to listen and to give their encouragement and to support her, as opposed to when she wanted to go up and just show what she's got, no matter what. So this is a nice way to find a buffer, to be able to find that connection and reveal what's really there inside of you. Last one. Listen, I've had enough. You're talking to me all day long. I don't have any time to do anything else for myself. You know, I need to stop just like taking all your crap, and I need to create boundaries, okay? So this is my boundaries. Don't come in my boundaries anymore. I'm not attacking you. I'm just being normal. If you don't want to like talk to me, then just tell me. Like, what, now you're going to be like boundary woman? Screw you. I wasn't trying to offend you or to attack you anyway. It's important to recognize our boundaries. But the problem with recognizing our boundaries or saying no to someone else is that oftentimes we can exclude them and push them away and create separation. And this is doing the opposite of what we actually want, which is to feel connected while respecting our own authentic self and our integrity. So how could Nohat rephrase her boundaries without making Hat feel offended and separate? I'm feeling the need to pay more attention to my self-care. I notice I haven't been offering myself the spaces that I need to feel nurtured. I really enjoy being with you and I enjoy listening to you and I want us to be connected. But right now, I think I need to set aside some extra time just so that I can withdraw to take care of myself. This way, I can be more available when it is time for us to spend together. So I hope that those examples might have helped you think of some things that have been difficult for you to share with other people, or even how to show yourself without hurting people. Remember, the most important thing about being seen is being able to show what's really inside, but at the same time also seeing other people and allowing them to help you understand where they're coming from. Because the more you want to be understood, you have to recognize that also other people want to be understood. So it's like, how do I show my heart while also opening my heart to embracing and understanding what's going on for the other person? So it's a circular thing that's happening. So these ideas are just to get you thinking about different ways that maybe you could go about saying or doing that thing that might feel scary for you, or that might feel really revealing, or that might be something you feel like you need to say, you absolutely need to say, but you don't really know how to say it. So in the next exercise, we'll be working with that. Namaste.